Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Steamers of San Antonio. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this San Antonio team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And they looked awfully good.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 19 carries, 119 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Michael Dana able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Open net is Waddle complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. They go play fake. Mahomes. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. There's Garoppolo to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A give right side for Pacheco. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 1 now.
It's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got this to the rookie, Rasheed Rice. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Open man is Fortson. He's got it. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes to throw once more. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. On first down, Garoppolo. Crossing route, and he's got his man. It's Renfro. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Short pass to Howard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw.
That's into the hands of Fortson.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Short pass tip, but caught anyway.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, in that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a play fake. Garoppolo.
A pass complete downfield to Renfro.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards. To throw is Garoppolo.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
2nd down and 3.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Throwing now is Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 9.
And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Steamers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-0.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo now.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his total. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Rashee Rice,
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
and the Steamers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That zero on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Josh Downs, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Next, we'll stay in the NFC South as we head back here to Florida, check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Christian Kirk, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for the touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steamers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Butker now to add the extra point.
The uprights.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now here come the Raiders.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
This is 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction.
76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On first down, Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Mahomes now to throw.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
They try with Pacheco.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now.
Mahomes going to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Peters. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
2nd and 7. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wipe.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the decision to throw the flag, a good one by Andy Reid. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Jacobs with a carry on 1st down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 3rd and 4 now. To throw is Garoppolo. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. They swing that out wide to Jake. The ball comes out, but it looks like one of the DBs has it.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they'll run with Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's Mahomes now on the option lane. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And Mahomes going to run again. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively in the fourth quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in
Theo. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories.